html.find, say pos4. Copy this, change it to item name, change this to pos4 for the start, pos5 for the end, see what that gives us. Okay, so this is what is printing out right now. I need to obviously jump over that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So add 7 to that position. One again. And that's perfect. So now our item name's that, our donation link's that. Now we're going to want to stick all these into an array so we can return them and then search through them to see if any of them match our target items. So to do that we will add a new array, call it ret array equals, and that just sets a empty array. And then we'll do retarray.append, which adds an item to the array. We'll say set this to item name instead of printing it. Actually this one should be item name. First one should be the donation link. I'll just rename that. Donate link. So first item will be the item name. We'll separate it by a colon. And then add the donate link. Okay. So then we're going to return the ret array once this function is complete. We're going to do that on this line so that it returns even if this else statement didn't execute, because it's on the same here. So if it's empty, it will just return the default parameter we give it there. So we'll say return ret array. Now we'll set that to an array because now it's got a return. We'll say stock array equals get entry items, and then we're going to loop through that just like we did here to print out the items. For stock item in stock array, print stock item. Let's see what that gives us. Okay, so that seemed to work. Now right now we are just grabbing the first item in the HTML. We're going to want some logic that's going to give us every item in the HTML. It's going to get a bit tricky, but it's all stuff we can do here with loops and whatnot. So let's say start position equals 0, and then we'll say we'll add a loop while let me think about this for a sec. See, I could add this code right here, but that's a bit generic. It's going to be in a lot of places in the source code. Let me just see if there's anything we can add that's a bit better. Okay, so there is only one href, but we're going to end up with too much code there. Scroll down. Okay. So what we do, we'll extract this chunk of HTML right here, all of this. So then instead of working with the entire HTML page, we're just working with the stock page, and that's going to stop any further clashes, because if I was to use this in the loop, we'd find it in other places if I carry on down, as you can see, and that just gives us problems. And to do that, we're going to say HTML equals actually we've already got a position right here of choose your items wisely, so we can use that for our start position, which is right there. Now we just need an end position, which would be, we can use a table, closing table parameter, that'll do. So we'll put a end HTML pos equals, stick that there for now, copy this code, we'll set it to that end table, and we'll start searching from position 1. Now we're going to set HTML equals HTML and slice that HTML, and we'll say pos1 and end HTML pos. I'm going to, let me just remove that for now. You're then going to print that HTML, call sys.exit just to exit the code while we debug this, and let's run that and see how we go. And someone's Snapchatting me. Okay. Yep, that works fine. As you can see, we haven't got the entire HTML code anymore, we've just got the donation HTML code, and it ends at that table. Perfect. Okay, so we can remove that sys.exit. Xbox play. Okay. I'm going to remove that print HTML as well, we don't need that. Okay, so now we've got that, we're going to want to loop through our HTML. We've got a start position which is set to 0 by default, so we'll say while HTML.find, and we'll use this code here. And we'll start from start position instead of pos1. We're also going to want to change that right there. In fact, we're going to set this default value of start position to pos1 here. So its default value is right there. Doesn't really matter because we sliced the HTML. So actually forget that. Scrap that. Okay. So we're going to say while we can still find HTML from the start position, well, we can still find that, continue with this code, and put that above 1. And shift that over so it's inside the while loop. And we're also going to want to change start position every time we get an item to position 5, which is the last position we use. So I hope that makes sense. It's now going to start from position 0, continue while we can still find href in the HTML, starting from start position, and we change start position every time to our last position, which is right there. So then we'll go from there to there, and then we'll go to there, and to there. Simple. I don't know if that code's going to work, might have to tinker about with it a bit, but okay, that seemed to work. Got quite a few soggy old boots, quite a few links and whatnot. So we can now remove this and actually load our target items. We don't need to print them. I mean, we could do, I suppose. Could say print print that, and then we'll print here, get in stock, just so we can inform the user what they've got. You can remove that if you don't want it, but you get the idea. So on that, there you go, you can see that worked. Our target items are them, and then it gets the stock, and that's the current stock there. So we're going to edit by target items. I'm going to add an old boot. Obviously you'll want good items if you're actually after something decent, but we just have to test in some code right now. So we want items that are going to be there quite often. Okay. So we've now got a stock array, which is the items on the page, and a target array, which is items that we're looking for. So we can say if, actually we'll say, let me think about this. During our loop we'll say if stock item, which is the current item, in target item, target array, sorry, print, we'll print stock item plus add a space found in HTML.